Picture this. It's time to leave the playground. A 5-year-old crosses his arms, plants his feet in the dirt, and yells, "No!" The father doesn't count to 3. No threats of taking away the iPad, no physically dragging the kid to the car. He just kneels down, waits calmly, and does nothing, like he knows something the rest of the world doesn't. And here's the thing, he does. Because parents who consistently raise the most responsible, self-disciplined, and cooperative kids don't rely on control. Not because they are permissive pushovers, but because of a parenting philosophy so simple and so powerful that once you hear it, you'll never look at your child's defiance the same way again. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have 3 tools that developmental experts use to build kids from the inside out, and you can start using them tonight. Now, I know what you're thinking. That won't work for me. My kid only listens if I raise my voice or take something away. I get it. But here is what's fascinating. These principles aren't modern parenting fluff. They are backed by decades of behavioral science and researchers studying human motivation at the highest levels. The answer to defiance isn't stricter rules. It isn't harsher timeouts. It all starts with one core concept: internal architecture. Think about that for a second. In traditional parenting, we rely on external control. We wait for the bad behavior and then we react. We yell, we take away privileges, or we bribe them with a treat if they just comply. And for a few minutes it works, but then it happens again. Tomorrow, the fight is just as hard. That's because we're treating the symptom, the non-compliance, not the cause. Parents who build from within do the opposite. They build the engine instead of constantly steering the car. And the way they do that comes down to asking one powerful question every single time their child acts out. What internal skill is my child missing right now? Let's go back to that father at the park. Why didn't he rush in with a threat to fix the behavior? Because he was practicing something called the pause of friction. It's the psychological belief that children build internal regulation when we resist the urge to overpower them at every difficult moment. In our culture, we're trained to fix things fast through control. Child refuses? We force them. Child cries? We bribe them to stop. But every time we rush in with external control, we send a silent message. You only do the right thing when someone bigger makes you. Instead, parents who build from within step back. They set the boundary. We are leaving the park, but they let the child sit in the frustration of it. Studies call this productive discomfort. So the next time your child refuses a transition, before you jump in with a threat, pause. Hold your boundary, but give them 10 seconds to process their frustration. You might be surprised by how quickly they regulate when they aren't fighting you. Here is where assumptions usually break down. People assume that to achieve a well-behaved kid, you must be the boss, the alpha, the strict disciplinarian. The opposite is true. The foundation of true cooperation is built on a concept called deep attunement. Because here is what neuroscience tells us. A child whose nervous system feels totally connected, seen, and secure doesn't need to engage in constant power struggles to feel autonomous. When a child knows that your leadership is a safe place, they stop fighting for control. It's a beautiful balance. Connection first, direction second, not the other way around. A child who feels deeply understood is neurologically primed to cooperate. Quick question. Have you ever noticed that some kids just know to clear their plates or help a younger sibling without being asked or bribed? That's not an accident. It's the third pillar. Behavior becomes character through identity. Traditional parenting relies on chore charts, sticker boards, and allowances. We try to buy good behavior, but we forget to build the identity. Parents who build from within don't say, "Clean your room because I said so," or "You lose screen time." They say, "We are a family team, and in this family, we take care of our space." They give kids real, meaningful roles. Not because it instantly fixes the mess, but because small contributions repeated every single day change a child's sense of self. They start to see themselves as capable, helpful people. And identity drives behavior far more powerfully than any rule ever could. So here is your practical takeaway. Pick one small daily ritual to introduce this week to build your child's internal architecture. It doesn't need to be big. Maybe it's asking them to pour the water for dinner, or being solely in charge of feeding the family pet. Do it every day, without pressure, without offering a sticker, and without a reward. Just repetition, expectation, and trust. Give it 3 weeks. Watch who your child starts to become. Parents of cooperative kids aren't calmer because they have perfect children. They're calmer because they've built a system that relies on building a capable identity, not fighting for control. Internal architecture, productive friction, attunement, and identity. These aren't secrets, they are human truths, and they are available to you right now, starting today. If this video gave you something to think about, share it with another parent who needs to hear it. And if you want more on how to raise emotionally intelligent, internally driven kids, hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming. See you in the next one.